What's up, contractors? Today we're going to talk about Angi, Thumbtack, and Yelp. Many contractors go with these companies because of how easy it is to generate leads for their business, but at the end of the day, compete on one thing, which is price. So, if you take action on the information that I will be giving in this video, you guys will be in a better place, have more control of your lead flow, and you'll be able to cut out the middleman. Let's get right into the video. So the way we're going to break this down, I'm going to begin by giving you guys the positives and the negatives of being on these pay-per-lead platforms. And then I'm going to give you guys a system to install into your business. So that way you have more control of your lead flow and the lead quality. And just in general, create a brand that sells itself. So that way your life gets easier and you're not competing for price. You have more leverage in the way that you get clients. And your positioning is much better because at the end of the day, they're coming to you, not from a middleman. So let's jump right into the positives first. When it comes to these platforms, Angi, Thumbtack, the positives are that obviously they're commonly used platforms, right? So this means that many contractors use these programs to generate their leads. They're quick and easy to set up. It might seem like the right option, right? Because you get leads without having to market. And since these platforms get so much traffic, they're going to be generating hundreds, if not thousands of leads a month for your contracting business. But as they are a subscription-based platform, they're going to treat you like a subscription, right? And at the end of the day, if you have hundreds of thousands of customers, which Angi specifically has over 100,000, just being a subscription, you're going to get what you pay for. And that means that you're not going to have any control. No control in business means that you're relying on somebody else. We never want to be there, right? So let's begin with the negatives. These platforms, you're going to be sharing leads, meaning that 5 to 10 other businesses are going to be getting the same leads as you. Some people, they're going to have automations, meaning that there's going to be texts going out, or they're going to have automations to receive a text when the leads come in, and they'll reach them as fast as possible. So this is going to be a race against the clock. Who can reach that lead faster or those leads faster, right? And at the end of the day, if 5 to 10 people are reaching out for the same service, what is that going to create? A price competition, right? And a price competition means that your service is now becoming a commoditized service. You guys can see the definition there, but I'll give you guys a more basic definition. This simply means that they do not know the difference. They do not know the difference between you and somebody else. There's nothing that positions yourself in a higher standard than anybody else, because these guys are going to be looking for price. Who's the cheapest and who reaches out to me the quickest. The second one is that usually, if you guys have tried these platforms before, I'm sure that you guys have had these situations. These people are just shopping, they never hire, they're price shoppers, and they usually have small budgets. And if they do have the bigger end budgets, then they sell you these leads as pay per lead, meaning that you'll pay 300, 500, X amount of dollars per lead, and you don't even know if you're gonna actually close them. So you're risking to fight for who's the cheapest. So at the end of the day, even if you're paying for these higher end, higher ticket clients or prospects, you're still competing for price. There's no leverage here. The third reason is there's zero control. These platforms, they own the data. So if you don't own the data, if you don't have something to leverage, meaning that when it comes to us running ads in specific on Facebook, we can add in a pixel. And if you guys do your research on the pixel, this means that over time, your ads will perform better. Why? Because it's going to understand your client, who actually converts, and then it's going to keep showing it to people similar to that. So if you run your lead generation through these platforms, you're not going to own the data. You're not going to have control. You don't have any way of ensuring that your lead quality is there. So you're renting, you're not owning. At the end of the day, these leads aren't looking for your company. They're looking for a company. They're not choosing you. The other reason is there's no branding. You build their brand, not yours. These people end up on their platforms looking for a person to work with or a business to work with. When things go that way, there's no growing when it comes to your brand. Quite self-explanatory. And the last one, but the most important, is that you're only band-aiding the problem, meaning that you have a lead flow problem, but you're gonna solve it by doing the least leveraged and putting yourself in a position where you're fighting for price, meaning that it's much better to just get a 9 to 5 at that point. Because if you're fighting for 5 to 10% profit margins, then what's the point of having a business, right? What's the point of going through all the hassle and dealing with these clients and going through the stress for 5 to 10%. We're going to get into the next step, which is going to be the system that we use. And if you guys implement this, dude, you guys will be in a much better place. You guys will have a system where you guys will be able to control the flow of leads, the quality of the leads, and be able to track and not just band-aid problems, but be able to see exactly where the holes are. And if you know where the holes are, if you have the numbers, then it's easy to fix the problems and to really diagnose where the problems are. Because in business, it's not the entirety of the business that's the problem, right? It's very specific things. It can be the quality of the leads. That's one problem in itself. And solving that, there's systems of operations that you need to take in order to fix that issue. And then there's other issues like we're not profiting enough. So what is the issue there? As I said, if you guys are using any of these platforms, it's obvious that you guys are competing for price. So it's obvious that you guys are not going to get as much profit per job, right? So let's get right into the system that we use. So the system that we use entails a couple of steps, 6 steps to be specific. Step 1 is being omnipresent, having omnipresence, which means to just be on as many platforms as you can possibly be and leverage them for the abilities of each and every platform. So there's Facebook, Yelp, Google My Business, Instagram, YouTube, and your website. When it comes to Facebook and Instagram or Meta, you're going to be able to leverage short form and show in short with video, high quality video, what you guys do. On Yelp, you'll be able to leverage the reviews system that they have, as well as Google My Business, where you'll be able to add photos and just show up when people search you guys up. And if you guys are in the location, they'll be able to see that you guys are within that location as well with local SEO. And the last one being YouTube. YouTube will allow you guys to show your more luxury projects. So if you want to really show the luxury or the exclusivity, these projects that are insane that you guys spent so much time on developing and producing and creating, you guys want to focus on YouTube. This will definitely attract the higher end clients. As I mentioned, your website should just be a hub of your entire business, what you guys do, what you guys represent, your why, everything about your business, right? This is the home where everybody can understand what you guys do, your services, and everything that involves your business. Step 2 of this system is increasing your authority and your trust. The way that you do this, simple, through content. The more consistent you are with creating content, the easier it's going to be for people to trust you, right? That's one step. And the other one is increasing your reviews, whether it be Yelp or Google reviews. Make sure you have a system or a way to ensure that you don't forget to ask people to write these, because as time goes on and as you increase these, you'll be able to leverage other platforms that you might not be able to leverage in the beginning because you took the time to invest into reviews. I'll explain in the next step. Step 3 is running ads, right? This is how you control the data. You'll be able to filter out the leads that have lower intent. So that way only the people with high intent to buy go through your funnel. And again, we funnel out anybody who's low intent, who isn't quality. As I mentioned, these leads aren't shared. You own this data. You can remarket to them with time if you guys want to reactivate campaigns 3 months, 6 months down the line where you have all these leads in your system that you just want to remarket to. Now it's a way where you can market to them without having to buy new leads, right? These people already opted in. They gave you their information, so we can use them forever. There's many types of ads that we can run depending on where you see yourself best fit and where you guys are at with your guys' online presence. I recommend you starting with meta ads, as it can be a much easier tool to generate leads. It's low cost leads, as the platform allows them to be able to see your content and what you guys do. It's much easier to convert. If you guys have higher reviews, then you guys can go on Google and do LSA ads. Those are very good, very, very beginner friendly. I will say this though, a lot of the times when you run LSA ads, you'll get a lot of spam calls. So positives and negatives in each of these. And then there's the Google search ads, which you'll be able to get people with very, very high intent. So people who are searching patio builders near me or home builders near me, outdoor living near me, right? These people have high intent of searching for somebody who is in these fields to work with them, right? Depending on where you're at, is where you want to run your ads on. And the last one is LinkedIn. YouTube is similar to Meta, but it's, if you guys have the budget to invest into high quality content, I would do this. But if you guys don't even look that way. As I mentioned with LinkedIn, this is if you're a commercial contractor. If you're in the commercial world, this is the way to go. Step 4 is having a client relationship management tool, right? So a lot of people, they have zero way of tracking what they're doing in their business. So this just means that you don't even know what to look at, what to fix. And if you don't have what to look at, what to fix, then how are you even going to be able to diagnose your situation, diagnose your problem, and fix it, right? When a doctor diagnoses your problem, they first figure out what's going on and then they give you that solution, right? It's the same way when we're trying to fix a situation in our business. We have to diagnose the problem first and then fix one aspect, because the aspect that is in need of help, it will tell us exactly what systems of operations we should use in order to fix it. For example, if your lead quality is really bad, then you should know that your ad is probably not filtering the right clients into your funnel. The amount of people that you're booking in from lead to actually booking them into an estimate is under 20%. Then you know that you're most likely not calling these people within a timely manner. You're not calling them fast enough. So either somebody else is running their ad, they get shown to them and they end up working with somebody else or getting booked in with somebody else and they take action with them. You'll be able to tell exactly what aspect to fix in your business if you track everything. We use Go High Level. On Go High Level, we can use automations to track, so that way you understand what's going on in your business, and to manage, so that way you guys can save time. The automations, they can be used for follow-up, for outreach, whatever you guys want to do. There's so many options when it comes to using a CRM to leverage AI, and just so many tools on Go High Level to maximize the amount of client flow that you guys get for your business. And lastly is leverage talent and AI. Nowadays, there's so many places to get talent. There's so many AI tools to use in your business, and not a lot of people use it. When we use these tools, you want to make sure that any low leverage or low skill positions that take your time is where you place someone with a guideline and a script to follow. So let's say pre-qualifying your leads. If a lead comes in and you know that you need to call them within 2 minutes, so that way you call them in a timely manner, and you're not able to do that, then make sure that you place somebody there with the script, so that way they can just do. This position doesn't require too much skill. So just place somebody there. Value your time. Lastly, if you guys are interested in working with our team and having this installed into your business, book down below. We'll see what we can do for your business and how we can implement something similar to this, more tailored to your situation, so that way you can grow and scale predictably and have more control of who you work with, get more of the clients that you guys want to work with, just overall create the business that you began dreaming of when you started. If you guys take action on the information that I gave today, you guys will be in a much better place. I assure you of that. So please like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys are interested in working with our team, book down below. We'll see you guys soon.